Warning, this podcast contains grown-up subjects and big boy words. It is intended for adults only, but we won't tell on you if you don't tell our grandmas how many swears we did.
Welcome to Only Mostly Thread, where three creative professionals thread our way through the frightening forests of peculiar posts, attempt to answer curious questions, and dive deep into Reddit's reserves, all to bring something special to you. I'm your friendly neighborhood film guy and hairiest host, Devin Hoy.
I'm your metal musician and resident asshole, Lily Taylor.
I'm your rambling writer and hostess with the mostest anxiety, Sarah Flourish. I almost forgot again. Not my name,
Which
but
adds
to say
to the
my
anxiety.
last name. Always.
This is Disagree to Agree Part 2, listeners and watchers. Because this is the second week of our jobs getting in the way hiatus, but we're not going to leave you in the lurch on this random Monday without an Only Mostly Thread to listen to.
We would never.
I mean, we did once, kind of.
Yeah, but we would never do that again.
Right.
Maybe.
Unless it's like a nice big holiday break or something.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to do today because we thought it was super fun last time.
It was fun. I liked it a lot.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
had a blast.
Okay, I'm ready.
Let's go. Topic number 1. Live action is better than animation. And there's no lukewarm.
Of a specific movie, like a live action version is better than a animated movie, or just in general, the medium?
In general, the medium.
No.
I don't know. That's really hard. I would say no, just
Wait, there's
because
no
I
in
feel
between?
like there's certain animated things that are better than certain live action things. I don't feel like there's a metric where you could just categorically say that live action is always better than animated.
Right. And like also just saying no, it's not better could mean that they're equal. So yeah, no, it's not better.
So you're both saying no, live action is
no.
not better than animation.
You can't just make that generalization, in my opinion.
Okay. What about if it was like Sarah said earlier, in a specific case? Like the same movie, there is a live action version and an animation version.
And you're saying that the live action would always be better?
Yeah.
No. I can't think of a single time
I
where
know,
the
me
live
either.
action was better than the animated version.
Yeah, me either.
I can't think of one either. But like, is it an inverse? Is the animated version better than the live action version every time?
Well, it feels to me for some reason usually like it'll be animated first. But that's probably, I don't know.
Right.
Because I'm thinking
That's
about...
like a Disney feeling.
Right. Like
Yeah.
The Lion King and The Little Mermaid and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I disagree with the statement that live action is better than animation. I think that if we were to generalize, I would say that on an average, animation can be better than live action. That's what I'll hot take with right here.
Can be.
Maybe.
That's like not even a
can't-
hot
It
take.
can
Yeah.
be. Well, I would say on average, it has more potential to be better.
Yeah. Because you have
Than
more
live action
options
does.
with
Yeah.
animated than you do with live action. Live action,
can-
there's limitations based on money and technology and different things. With animated, you can literally make magic. You can do literally whatever, because it's animated.
Yeah, you can show abstract stuff that if you try to show the same thing in live action, the more abstract it gets, the more it just becomes animation anyway.
Right.
Right.
Not to hate on live action,
CGI.
because live action is good.
Yeah,
But
practical
live action
effects are where
remakes,
it's at.
get those out of here.
Yeah.
And I will
They're
say,
ruining things.
specifically with The Lord of the Rings, I will say that those live action are significantly better than the animated versions
Oh, yeah.
that were made. And the practical effects, I believe, are the reason why they hold up so well versus if they were to have leaned more into CGI.
Yeah, for sure. Like all the orcs and
Mm-hmm.
well, all the orcs that aren't like very far away crowd of hundreds of orcs are all just
Yeah.
like people in prosthetics and makeup. And
Like there's definitely
That's very
moments where
cool.
you can pick out the CGI, but it's not as obvious, and it aged a lot better than a lot of other things in that time period.
I agree. Legendary filmmaking. Whoa, next statement. Video games are a waste of time.
Disagree.
No. Disagree.
This is an easy crowd.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hard
I
disagree.
literally have a video game downstairs that I'm going to play as soon as we're done with this.
Yeah, what is
Because
it?
Burning Shores came out today.
That's the DLC expansion for Horizon Forbidden West. And Sarah, you're playing a game
Yep.
right now too, right?
Yep. I'm getting pretty close to the final boss battle for Breath of the Wild, which, you know, I may have jumped on that train a little late, but just in time for the next one to come out.
Yeah.
I literally feel
It's
myself
like 3 or 4 weeks.
I know. I don't know if I'll beat the game in time, but that's fine. I literally feel myself
So
like
close.
staying sharp when I play video games and like,
I agree.
you know, and it's like really good well, at least like Zelda, you know, Breath of the Wild is such a problem solving, like puzzle oriented game that like I feel myself using a muscle that I don't have to use unless I'm like playing a game, which is like thinking outside the box and, you know, being detail oriented and
Yeah, agreed. And
Yeah,
even
there's a lot
aside
of-
from like puzzle solving stuff, like activating that side of your brain that you don't really get unless you like do Sudoku regularly and stuff, there's a whole other activation of like neurons or whatever you want to call it with like spatial thinking in a space that is not the one that you're literally in, and like remembering certain things and building skills, because I can't think of a game that doesn't have you like start with the basic skills, and then by the end of the game you have to utilize like 100 skills that you've learned in tandem. Like there's all sorts of really good things for it, I think. Also, I just realized that whenever you're listening to this, listeners, Tears of the Kingdom comes out in 4 days, unless you're listening to this late or listening to it again.
Also,
in which
Burning
case,
Shores has been out for a little while because it's coming out. It came out today for me, so that'll give you some idea about the turnaround time.
Well, for these particular
just for
episodes.
these ones, we dated ourselves a little bit there. I'm excited for Tears of the Kingdom, though. It looks really good.
Yeah, and the
the graphics so far look really good.
Yeah, they do. Did you guys like watch all the trailers? Do you stay away?
I try to stay. Like I didn't even watch the final trailer for Burning Shores because I want to be surprised. I want to be wowed.
I was about to give
and like
away
I
a
already
mechanic,
know,
so I won't.
like one of the big machines.
Well,
I think we know about the shit.
No, I don't
Maybe
think
not.
you do. So I've watched all of them, and I normally don't. Like, I haven't watched any of the Burning Shores stuff because that's a given. And like Tears of the Kingdom, I was going to buy it no matter what. But I had worries. I had a nagging thing in the back of my head about Tears of the Kingdom that like they haven't shown us anything until the last couple of months here. Like that's a long time, 7 years or something to go without showing something.
It's Nintendo,
anything at
though.
all. And then the first trailer that they showed us was Breath of the Wild again with like skydiving.
Yeah.
So my biggest complaints about Breath of the Wild were things I was hoping they would fix in this one, and that trailer didn't confirm it.
The climbing.
So I did. No.
I wanted the climbing to be fixed.
Yeah, I don't care about the climb. Well, we'll get to that actually if you don't mind talking about it.
No, it's fine.
Okay, this episode's turning into a little bit of a Tears of the Kingdom fan cast. My biggest problems with Breath of the Wild were the lack of big, like, good dungeons and the lack of story that you
I
have
hated
to
that.
do.
Yeah.
Hated that.
Like, I liked the idea of you are open to do what you want, but it robs, in terms of game development, it's hard to do that and also be like, these story beats happen.
Right.
Because if you don't give people individual goals that they have to meet before they beat the game, you can't put in story points except for A and B.
And honestly,
So-
even if you 100%ed it and did all of the story points, I still
like
didn't
nothing
feel like
there.
there was enough story. Like it was all just snippets of things.
Yeah.
Whereas like Twilight Princess, Wind Waker, like those games had such better like stories. Like Skyward Sword, like pretty much any of the other Zelda games, in my opinion,
any
unless
other-
you're going way back to Ocarina of Time, where they didn't do as much in terms of like you go to an area and you do the thing. It just felt like that on a grander scale, but like without the story to flesh it out.
Yeah, the story that existed in Breath of the Wild exists 100 years before Breath of the Wild. Like you're getting story.
There's a very good story.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I just
there's
wanted
only,
more.
The only story that you're getting is stuff that doesn't directly
Right.
happen to you. Happens in
Yeah.
this other game that you're not allowed to play.
It's basically like you're watching a different version of Link and the entire time because it's like it doesn't feel like it's you that did these things because it wasn't. it was past Link.
Right.
Same person,
Same
100
person,
years
but
sleep.
we
But-
didn't get to do that as a player, though.
All that to say, Sarah, yeah, I did watch them. And I assume since you brought it up that you have, right?
Yeah, I like wasn't watching them at all because I had just started getting used to Breath of the Wild. But then like once you start playing it for a while, you could get really far really fast. So then I realized like I'm gonna want another one. So I just watched. I guess I've seen 3 out of 3. One of them just got released like a couple days ago. I watched that one on the day of. So yeah.
Yeah. So like the spoilers only insofar as the marketing material that has already come out for the for Tears of the Kingdom, because you know it's Nintendo. They're holding a lot back still.
Oh, yeah.
But it just from the trailers that we've seen, like there seems to be a lot of story happening in the gameplay that you're doing.
Yeah.
Good.
Like the trailers very much make it seem like, oh, this isn't like 100 years ago flashbacks and then you're just wandering Hyrule. It seems like events that are happening. And there are like 4 big giant new mechanics for you to be able to use. And I won't go over all of them because we're rambling for a long time on this. But one of them may take care of your climbing woes, Lily.
I hope
Because
so.
one of them, if there is a ceiling above you, and I don't know what the limitations are on it, so it could just be any ceiling above you. After you have this one ability, you could shoot up towards that ceiling and then swim through the ceiling and then come out on top. So if you want to get on a
What?
mountain, you go in a cave
That's
and you find the ceiling of
wild.
the cave and go up there.
Yeah, everyone got
Well,
really
we'll
sick
see.
of climbing in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. Well, because as soon as you started climbing, it started to rain, and you were like, well, now I can't get anything
Every
done, and I just have to
time.
stand here.
Yeah, I was
But
like,
you don't want to leave
Yeah.
because then you might forget where the thing is
I
that you're
know.
trying to get to.
I know.
Because
Just
it's
stand
so
there and wait out
big.
the rain.
Yeah,
Oh my
I would
God.
do that a lot.
And you put a marker on, but then you'd never find
Yeah.
the exact same spot that you were in.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was like, oh, Jesus Christ.
The other largest complaint about Breath of the Wild was the weapon durability system. Where like
Yeah,
I didn't
just
mind
hitting
that,
I
though.
don't like that. I don't like to work so hard to get an edge of duality and then have it break. Like, what was the point?
Yeah, I didn't mind it, but whenever I got a really cool
never
weapon,
use
I
it.
did find that like I wouldn't use
Yeah,
it.
I'm
Yeah,
hoarding
I didn't like the idea that
everything.
the Master Sword needed to recharge. I thought that was kind of stupid.
But the only other thing that I'll share from these last batch of trailers is there's a new system called Fuse, where like if you have a stick, you hit someone with it, it breaks in like 4 hits, right? You get to like take one Bokoblin to half health and the stick breaks. But Fuse, you can just combine any object with any other object.
That's
So
cool.
one of the showcases that they did was they combined a stick with a boulder and it became a hammer.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
it was like 10 times more durable.
Now, here's
like-
the real question. When you do that, did they play the cooking music? The
No.
Because I would love that.
Other quality of life improvement, it happens instantly and you don't have to watch a 10-second cutscene every time you
Thank
do it.
God.
I mean,
Yeah.
I watched that cutscene every time because it cracked me up.
Yeah, it was a nice little jig.
Also, the Hestu one where he does the maracas.
Every
Yeah,
time
I
you get
love
it.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Waha!
Yeah, that's actually
Yeah.
so cute.
we're all excited. We're all excited for that in 4 days, I guess.
Yeah.
For sure.
Anyway.
Want to keep disagreeing?
Let's keep disagreeing.
Let's actually disagree at least once, because we're really not.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Being short is better than being tall.
Disagree.
Man, this is tough. As a gymnast, I was raised to believe this. And then now as a grown-up, I wish my growth hadn't been so stunted.
I could use I would prefer a few more inches so I could reach higher things.
Yeah.
I think
And so I could look more like a
proportion.
giant on stage.
Oh, yeah. I just would like my pants
It depends
to
on what
fit
you
a little
need.
like better.
Yeah. I don't know how to pronounce Flor Jansen's name, maybe? Lead singer of Nightwish now, Flor Jansen. But man, if you ever see her live, like she is a giantess. Like she's a beautiful twice the size as everyone else. I was
yeah,
like,
that'd
I
be
had
really
no idea
badass.
that in person that she would be like so tall.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
I'm on the fence because I've been basically average height my whole life. So I don't have an experience one way or the other. But I think I'm going to go with being short might be better than being tall. Just because
Ooh.
you can get a step ladder, but you can't just get shorter. Like you can duck, but that'll hurt your back and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. I do feel like a lot of tall people have problems with scoliosis and they hit their head on a lot of things.
And airplane rides,
Yeah.
bus seats,
and you
stuff.
have to buy things in like the tall people section.
Yeah, and
they have petite sections all over the place.
Roller coasters,
but I feel like it's harder
ways,
to find tall stuff.
Because if you're short, what if you fall out? I don't know. Like.
Well, no, you bring ratchet straps if you're too short for roller coaster. But what do you do when you're too tall? You just bonk your head on it.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know.
What if you're going on a cave tour? Then it's probably not as good to be tall either.
Yeah, you got to be small. Also, you can be sneakier when you're smaller.
True.
You can be a good burglar.
Is that a goal for you?
No, it's just, a perk if you're into that.
I'll have to start looking at the height on the indictments that we get to see if there's a trend with the crime committed and the height of the person.
I mean, you're definitely...
And you can stop more crimes if you're taller.
And you choose crime. I think you're definitely more unassuming if you're shorter. So it all depends, like, what your priorities in life are. So
I'm going shorter. Sounds like Lily went taller.
I did go taller.
I feel like it's better to be taller. Like, just in our world, I think it's valued to be like a tall person. Not like exorbitantly tall.
That's fair.
But like tall is like a beauty standard.
You start swiping on a dating app and every single person's like 6'2" or taller.
Right.
Yeah. That's interesting that the women are going with taller because I do feel like in the back of my mind, I was like, well, like a lot of famous people are tall. Because a lot of tall women get offered modeling things and then go on to other things. And if you're not tall enough, I think if you're not tall enough, or at least it used to be this way, like even to be on like Broadway, like there was a certain height expectation. Like if you were too short, then.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
but that was
Tom
whenever
Cruise,
I was like graduating from high school. I don't know what it is now because that was a long time ago.
Meanwhile, Tom Cruise pulling in at like 5'5" or whatever he is.
He does whatever he wants. Let's be honest. He can get away with being a Scientologist, so I'm pretty sure he can get away with anything.
Let's do the next one, huh?
Yeah.
Most people are only afraid of clowns because it's popular.
False. Most people are afraid of clowns because they're absolutely terrifying. And they've watched at least one Are You Afraid of the Dark episode or creepy clown killer movie.
Yeah, I want to say it's
also,
more like...
weren't there literal clowns killing people? Like
stabbing.
That was a thing that happened.
Yeah, that was scary.
So that's why, because clowns are fucking scary.
Also, like, I guess I don't know if this is pop culture or more myth than like reality, but like aren't little kids scared of clowns? Isn't that a thing? You take your kid and to meet a clown and it's supposed to be like all fun and games, but then the kid is screaming and crying because the clown is actually really scary. So I think it's
the clown
rooted
or
in
Santa Claus?
Truth, both, and the Easter Bunny.
It's just a thing that happens. I could see it being like a construct that we are now scared of clowns because some people were scared of clowns, and then it made its way to like stories and Hollywood and tales and stuff.
Yeah, so like because it's popular,
make clowns scary.
Right. Means like then it gets in TV and scary stories, and yeah, that answer could be that it's because it's popular. Okay, then actually I kind of think that because the reason I would be scared of clowns probably is more scary story, scary movie related, which that would be attributed to popularity of clowns.
Yeah, I've never seen a clown that I was scared of, but I've like I know that clowns are scary, and if you make a scary clown to scare people.
I mean, I've always been afraid of clowns, like any kind of clown.
In real life.
And apparently it's a thing because I looked it up and calrophobia is an actual thing. That is literally the fear of clowns. And
yeah, I know it's an actual thing.
Researchers found that one of the top reasons why people are afraid of clowns is because of their exaggerated facial features, similar to dolls or mannequins. The study suggests it's the near human makeup that can make a person feel uneasy about clowns.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, exaggerated facial features.
Because like even a happy clown, I will not go near. Like they're so scary to me.
If you think about like the design of scary monsters and stuff, usually a linchpin of that design is an exaggerated feature. Like Slender Man, exaggerated tall and like skinny.
Big eyes or tiny eyes. Yeah. Huge mouth.
Yeah. Big elbows.
Huge
scary.
butt.
That's terrifying.
I'd be scared. All right.
I'd be grateful. I want a huge butt.
Grateful?
Yeah, I have no butt. My butt is so small.
I thought you might be grateful if there was a monster with a huge butt.
Like, at least
I mean,
it's the
that
big
too.
butt monster.
Well, kill me now.
Maybe it would slow him down, all that weight back
grateful for that booty. Take me out.
there. Yep. I would be appreciative of that person snuffing me out, only if they did it with that butt. Hey.
If it was a big butted ghost, would it have a big booty?
Wow. That was actually a really good one.
Oh, you think so?
Big booty. I like that. That should be another one of our t-shirts.
And no words, just ghost with a big butt.
Big booty.
So we could draw.
Like
I could draw a ghost and give it a huge butt.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
One of those cute, like really cartoony ghosts,
Yeah.
but it's like doing the quarter turn and
it's
just has
like
the big shiny cheeks.
And then it just says big booty. Copywritten. Nobody else can make that t-shirt. That's mine.
Personally, I'm a fan of no words at all. It's just a ghost with a big shiny butt.
I mean, we could do both.
Explain it.
We could do both.
Yeah, you get to explain it to people who ask about your shirt.
They're like, why does the ghost have that back? You're
You'd be
like, she's got that booty.
All right, well, it's
And then they'd be like, oh,
it's
no.
in the notebook. It's in my little Mario
Right.
Bros.
I
notebook.
thought you were just drawing the ghost
Nice.
right now to show us.
Nope, just a note. Quarter turn, big juicy butt.
Nice. I like that.
All right, here comes the next one. Ready? Choo-choo. We should have Thursdays off instead of Saturdays.
Disagree.
We should have
Sort of makes
Thursdays
it like
off
two tiny
plus
work
Saturdays.
weeks.
In addition to Saturdays.
Yeah.
I'm all
And
for that
Fridays.
4-day work week.
Yeah, if it were a day off in addition to Saturdays, I would want it to be Wednesday. Give me a two break.
Agree.
Yeah, that's nice.
But I'm not splitting up my weekend. Fuck that.
Mhm.
Like I want to be able to make plans. I don't want to live my whole life at work and just have one day in between every now and then. Like that's annoying as fuck.
Yeah, well, if you try and imagine, like, if this has been the structure forever, like you have a 3-day work week, then you have a 2-day work week, and there's just like days in between.
You don't have to try to play devil's advocate. You can just say that it's stupid like the rest of us.
Yeah, I need that back. I need to know that there's like one day that has a free day also ahead. I need that buffer of like
Yeah.
Saturdays. I don't have to worry
Yeah.
about getting up and doing work the next day. I still have freedom.
Like we literally have like 48 hours. That's it. Like give us our fucking 48 hours and they better be together.
I think I like the weekend.
Yeah.
December is the best month.
No.
Disagree.
No.
It's cold. The
Yeah.
only good thing about December is there are presents sometimes, but it's
You
only
get
for a little bit.
You get a big holiday break.
It's not a big holiday break.
It depends on where you work, okay? You get the biggest holiday break of all the
Well,
holiday
you don't
breaks.
get a holiday break.
Yeah,
so-
what are you talking about?
And then
No, there are other months in the year where I get more time off and
Yeah,
it's
I
nice
take
outside.
vacation
So
on-
no, December is not the best month.
Over the summer.
and then there's also New Year's Eve in the same month.
No, not the best
I
month.
would give up
Honestly, holidays are
December.
the most stressful time, I feel like.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't
Because you're like trying to get
Oh.
ready for Christmas, and then Christmas is a whirlwind, and then you feel like you just got back to work and like what's happening, and then suddenly it's New Year's, and you're like, did I even make plans? Because Christmas was so stressful. And then all of a sudden it's the new year. You've made all of these resolutions you're not going to fucking keep, and then you're going to be sad about it
Now
because it's
that's
cold
January.
outside until the summer when you're happy again.
That's January. I don't like leading up to holidays. It's stupid.
Yeah, I did like May, June, July, August, September. And then I
Yeah.
start to feel
Those are the best months,
sads.
right? Because
It
it's
directly
cold.
leads into the next
Seasonal
one,
depression is real.
which is summer is the best month. Or season. Summer is the best season.
Summer is the best month.
Yes.
That's another t-shirt.
Well, sometimes you only get a month of summer.
Summer is the best
True.
season. Followed closely by late
disagree.
spring. I know. You guys are so
Oh,
I
hot and
disagree.
sweaty.
Ooh, I'm all about the t-shirts today for some reason, but you could do summer is the best month in quotations, and then the quote is by climate change.
Attributed to climate change.
Womp womp.
I don't think summer is the best season.
No, I
think
like spring and fall better.
Fall. I think fall is the best season.
Spring is nice though, because of everything's growing again, flowers are happening for the first time.
Yeah,
it's
rains
getting
a lot.
nice. Well, not here apparently. So.
Yeah, I like spring. Fall is pretty, but like it's also means you're on the precipice of winter, which is just like death.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Yeah, so value it more. Here's what I think of fall.
It's campfire season.
It's very pretty. It's campfire season. It's light jacket or hoodie season, give me those light layers to style it up with, because otherwise, you know what I'm wearing every single day? A
Clothes.
t-shirt.
Yeah, I just
That's all we get.
I try to appreciate fall because I do. By itself, fall is nice and pleasant, but it's hard for me not to miss summer and dread winter.
Plus, you know what doesn't happen in summer? Halloween and my birthday.
True.
Well, your birthday is like the only thing that happens in early winter that is an exciting time. Everything else is just leading up to...
That's still fall.
It's winter. It's November.
The very beginning of November.
Yeah, that's winter.
Pumpkins and stuff are still happening. You're looking up when winter starts.
Yes, I am.
It's December 21st.
We're going to find out.
Wow, that's so late.
Why do you think all the decorations for Thanksgiving are still fall decorations?
Because people are sad that it's fucking cold outside.
Yes.
Yeah, but my birthday is like a whole month.
I do love putting pumpkins like everywhere though.
Yeah, that was fun.
Literally my fall decor bin and my Halloween decor bin are so big, and my Christmas decor bin is like a little.
You had great fall
nugget.
decor. You have so many pumpkins.
We have so many pumpkins.
I had like 3 pumpkins inside.
Plus, there isn't a lot of summer decor like to begin with.
Yeah,
like
no.
maybe you get 4th of July, which is like, do you want your house to be a big American flag? No, you don't.
Well, some of our neighbors do.
Yeah, some people.
Yeah, well,
it is a style, an entire style.
A lifestyle.
It's the whole thing.
So we're disagreed on that. Next one. Edge pieces of brownies are better than the center.
Agree.
Yeah.
Agree.
Like I like the gooey
That's
center,
easy.
but like the edge pieces have the edge and the gooey center.
I like corner pieces even. Like I like that crispiness.
I like the crispiness, but I also like the not crispiness that you get to at the end or however you eat it. But yeah.
Direct tie-in, edge pieces of cake are better than the center.
I don't know.
Disagree.
I don't eat enough cake. I did not like cake as a kid, so I don't have that many memories of enjoying cake.
I need there to be like a perfect ratio of like frosting to cake. So if you get an edge piece, it's too much frosting, and it like no, not a fan.
Yeah, here's the general thing. Like it depends on the icing, I guess. But with just like standard icing, an edge piece, that's too heavy for me. So either I eat half of the piece of cake or I like take the icing off, basically. So I'm going for that centerpiece because it doesn't make me feel crushed beneath the weight of sugar.
Yeah. I mean, I don't care about this one, so I'll go with that. I'll be easy to push to one side.
Okay, it looks like we might end on a pizza one again.
All right.
Pizza. That's okay. Let's do it.
Square cut pizza is better than pie cut pizza.
Sometimes.
You got to pick one.
I can't. It really depends on who's making it and what kind of pizza it is.
Agreed.
So I'm going to say no. I can't categorically say that is true. So I'm just going to say no. Disagree, because sometimes it can go either way.
Yeah, it's not objectively better all the time.
Yeah, I feel the same way about that I feel about animated things. Like you can't just blanket statement say that square cut pizza is better than pie cut or vice versa, because it depends on the pizza place. Some pizza is going to be amazing.
Well, screw
some people's going to taste
pizza
like
place.
ass.
Listen,
even
imagine
what
pizza from the same pizza place being cut in these two
so just
different
shape
ways.
preference. Pie cut.
I like
because you always
square.
get a decent amount of crust.
Like shape preference, I think it's more fun to eat the square cut because I don't get the square cut as much. So if that's all we had, then I'd be like,
It's a
boy,
fun
I wish
novelty.
I would have a pie cut once in a while, you know?
Yeah.
I feel the same way about pizza than I do about cake. Then I need the crust to be of a certain consistency with the rest of the pizza to be happy.
Yeah. I fully understand the argument about like when you're thinking about the different pizzas, because I don't think there are many pizza places that do cut them both ways.
There's
so
a
it's hard to
place
separate
in
that.
Indiana, PA that does a Sicilian that's square cut. That is so good.
Yeah, there's a place.
Just saying.
But it would be better pie cut.
No.
I mean,
Same pizza.
No.
Pie cut.
No.
I don't
No.
know.
There's a place near me, this
I don't know. That's a
Italian
hard
market that I
question.
used to work at. They have a really, really good Sicilian, like thick Sicilian pizza. And it would not be the same pie cut. I wouldn't want a pointy piece of this pizza. It doesn't make sense.
I don't want it to be
It's
pointy.
supposed to be thick and chunky.
I've never seen a deep dish pizza be square cut. So I think I have to go with pie cut because I want a deep dish pizza and I can't imagine one being like square cut effectively.
I'm so used to this one being square cut that I like wouldn't want deep dish pie cut. Although I know like that's traditional, like a pie, isn't it? Oh, I'm
Yeah, I think so.
because the only other like deep dish that I really remember is like Pizzeria Uno. And then other than that, we would just go to this place that has really good. I guess it was like deep dish Sicilian because it was really, really, really thick.
Anytime you go to Chicago, you have to go to one of the 700 the original deep dish pizza places.
Yes.
I mean, admittedly, those places are really tasty, so.
They are tasty. And the first one I ever went to, the server was like, well, we have 2 different sizes of deep dish pizza. And I was like, oh, how big are they? What would you recommend? And she said, well, it depends on if you're hungry or stupid hungry. And so I was like, all right, I'm in. Give me the stupid hungry.
I'm feeling stupid tonight.
That's have you met me?
That's how Devin starts all of his nighttime pizza shenanigans. I'm feeling stupid tonight.
It's not even about how hungry I am. It's just about how stupid I am.
And the answer is always yes.
But yeah, I think pie cut's better because even when you get down to like the floppy pizza, I think the pie cut gives it a little bit more integrity, which is held up in like geometry and architecture.
Yeah.
Like a triangle is a more sturdy shape. You can fold that triangle to be a better little vessel than a square.
Yeah, when it comes to a thin floppy pizza, for sure. I agree with that. But if it's thick, I want it to be cut like a rectangle or a square.
Well, that was one more question than last time, so it feels like it's only fair to stop there.
Right.
Woo!
And also bookends with pizza.
Now
So
I really want pizza. I've been thinking about pizza for way too long not to be eating pizza.
We had pizza for dinner, so.
yeah, we just ate pizza. So I'm just like reflecting on the memory of food from 1 hour ago.
Yeah, I need pizza soon.
Thanks for listening to Only Mostly Thread. If you like us, you can follow us on socials at Only Mostly Thread. And if you like us, consider supporting us on Patreon because it really does go a long way towards helping creators. You become a part of the artistic process and actually put your money where your ears are and maybe where your mouth is, because I find...
Ears.
Yeah, because I find that normally the mouth is in pretty close proximity to the ears. There are lots of bonuses, though, if you do become a patron, like access to a community Discord or thick, juicy, sizzling, uncut episodes. And no matter what, you'll have a name shout out at the end of the episode once you join, like Dave Downs or Metal Matt, the 2 masters of the universe.
Woo!
Now they have to fight. I'm still Devin.
I'm still Lily.
Still Sarah.
And if you ever find yourself being haunted, just make sure you check out that dumper, baby.
Yeah, make sure you tell that ghost, hey, nice ass. That's what I always say.